Peli picking the royal purple King DDD.
Have to get those things swapped up for you.
There we go. Already on it. Beautiful, and straight away there's the.
So this is the thing about Ambler's game that we just saw on stream. Like, you know, if he'd lost, he'd be back to the PC. So he's back on his main station, crushing the stream. Early, nice kind of work. You know, Enki getting in, nice percentage coming out, 40% lead already. I say lead, 40%, but that jab, man.
That is a lot of damage.
Spinning hammer is crazy as well. It just has a lot of priority as well. It's going to knock a lot of things coming out. Enki, though, doing what he's always done, you know, just kind of throwing out a lot of hitboxes, pressing a lot of buttons in that neutral. Oh, wow, just trying to get really far out and deep with that lightning.
I think he was aiming for the spike hitbox on the cloud, so yeah, it's a really interesting option, actually, because one of Enki's problems is going to be killing DDD. He's a heavy character, and he's going to live a while. Peli's got great DI, he's got good understanding of DDD's disadvantaged state, so it's going to be difficult to find the kill.
Yeah, the drag down there from the forward edge, just allowing him to follow up immediately, gets a back air off stage.
Well, there's the Thunder
You were talking about Thunder Jolts, yeah, catching the Gordos. Early stock.
Peli's no stranger to comebacks, but it is looking difficult for him initially.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you look at kind of like how Enki's approaching things right now, Peli's got a lot he needs to kind of just get used to. He needs to kind of like just be aware that, you know, Enki's going to try and get in. He's going to be able to get in quite well. He's got that clean rush down, and like, you know, the priority on a lot of hits.
Down.
Yeah. And the strings are going to continue, and it's going to be a lot of percentage being racked up immediately. So it's what you do when those things finish to get back into these games.
Nair takes the stock.
Yeah, mid-height Nair is enough. Surprising.
And now Peli looking for the late hit there to confirm into up tilt. Turn into neutral, but slow and steady at the moment. Enki taking the early spot dodge or air dodge option quite often.
Yeah.
I really like that from Enki. What he did there was he ran up and then turn around up air as his approach option.
Yeah, just to kind of give him a better positioning on the startup with the tail, I assume.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's where the first part of the hitbox comes out. So instead of just running up and up air, and he's given himself the best opportunity to get the hit.
Yeah, the dash back forward smash as well, very nice from Enki. Strong lead so far. It's not going to be enough to take that stock, but here we go. The Thunder Jolt's coming out. Peli learning his lesson from last time, keeping himself safe. Oh man, that down tilt. It's crazy. Okay, Gordo sends that Pikachu off. Goes for a second one, immediate Thunder Jolt to push back, but Peli is safe as he returns. Enki looking for one final big hit here.
Peli's really taking advantage of his mobility in the air at this point. Yeah. He's not got the best backwards and forwards movement, but his up and down movement's really fast and really effective. So Peli's hopping up and down. He's mixing up his normal speed and his fast falls, and it's starting to come good.
I like how he's also taking advantage of kind of like the quicker startup moves he's had. Like down tilt is a really, really solid move. He's catching Enki a lot more when he's throwing out options, like when he's just landing or around the air. The down tilt from D3 is just catching very, very quickly, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. And I just noticed something that Enki's done a couple of times in a row as he was trying to get back to stage on the side there. He's dropping down with Thunder Jolts and then letting them follow. They climb the wall to cover his get-up option.
Yeah, oh, wow.
Again, it's the Thunder Jolt.
But great DI there from Peli, keeps him alive.
So yeah, he's been covering his option later on in advance by dropping those Thunder Jolts into the wall and letting them climb as he gets back to stage. And that's killed! Yeah,
tried to find the right timing, but does go down to that Gordo on the edge. A little bit of shenanigans coming out from Pikachu, but that down throw isn't going to be enough. You can see Enki going really hard trying to find this kill option. There it is. It'll be
side about 200% though. That's going to be the difference in the end. If Peli only has to do 100% and Enki's only killing at 200 every stock.
Yeah, there's a lot more work Enki will have to do, and like that last stock really put Peli back in the driver's seat of this game.
He's looking really comfortable at the moment. He kind of weathered the initial storm of hitboxes and quick attacks and all of these sort of things.
You're talking about the turnaround up air again. He gets a double one. Can't follow up too much more, but
oh, brave get-up attack there. Oh, and that's the inhale that you mentioned, covering, but Enki was ready for it.
Trying to go with the landing there, but just kind of missing to the side.
And interestingly, despite the fact that it's the last stock of the first game, I feel like both players are still really trying to establish their neutrals. Neither of them are feeling particularly like in control or have a game plan that's really working for them. So
things are being changed very, very quickly.
Definitely still see them experimenting.
Oh, did get the knock-up, but it wasn't enough. Peli.
And despite rumors that the Gordo sticks much more effectively, it still bounced off the wall there. Again, that up air, that first hitbox, it's being used to great effect by Enki. Oh,
and that back air will come out, and that will be the first game going over to Peli. Enki had a strong command in the start. Peli had a wonderful second stock, and then Enki brought that back again. Seemingly had, again, a lot more control going into the end game, but just catching that back air at that percent, that's going to be enough to take that game.
Absolutely, and really, I think what Enki needs to work out is how to kill DDD, because landing a stray back air at 200%, it's just not good enough.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to come up with a plan to take stocks earlier.
Yeah.
Or he's going to carry on struggling as Peli sort of lasts through the initial barrage of hits and.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, Enki's really solid at like building damage and just kind of like just getting in and disrupting as much as he can by having so much pressure in his combo game. But as you say, there comes a point when it's like the longer you leave it, the harder it is to kind of get that KO, because then your opponent will start kind of going into that turtling phase when they're going to start getting comfortable, with keeping you at bay.
Oh, and we've gone straight back to Kalos. Clearly, Enki feeling like it wasn't an issue with the stage so much as with the game plan. Again, just such a strong start from Enki.
Getting aggressive, really aggressive there, going for the down air off stage, but the up air has a lot of priority. That's a big hammer.
Yeah, it's got a nice disjointed hitbox, but I like that from Enki, because if he could land that down air there, it does have the new spike hitbox, and
it does, yeah.
It could be a quick start.
Oh, wow. It goes for a jump up thunder just to kind of see if Peli was going to join him. Don't think Peli was interested.
One of the dynamics that I really like about Kalos is that it adds so many options to the recovery game, to the ledge guarding game, the ledge trapping game, because of the position of those two platforms. It gives you so many more options, and I really like the dynamic that it forces between the two players.
Yeah. Landing fair.
And now we get into the point where...
Yeah, just immediately saving himself with that inhale.
We're now getting to the point where Enki needs to find a kill, and Peli's just going to carry on surviving, keep chipping away, and then probably find a back air or a Gordo.
Yeah, I like that idea. Going for the down air, the floor bounce into spike into final hit of thunder, but didn't connect it. It was a bit wayward. Ambitious. I like ambition.
I definitely like the fact that Enki is being flexible in his combo routes in the hopes of finding a kill. You're not used to having a character at 188%. You've got to be willing to just go with the flow.
Oh, wow, yeah, a little bit lagged there with the
down tilt into the Gordo, which was still around.
Forward air is not going to be enough. Great DI again.
We see Peli at 203%. Straight back air.
213, just kind of threw that out as Peli came below the platform. Clean start. Enki does have the lead, but
just about lives it, and we've got the stuck Gordo there.
It disappeared just as Enki was going up as well.
To ledge trump in there. What Enki did was just held in as DDD grabbed the ledge, and he landed on the stage. It took away any possible follow-ups that DDD had with the back air or anything like that, and got him stage control. So being trumped isn't always a death sentence anymore, and good on Enki for making use of what is still a relatively new
timing out well. Get up attack there, just catching Peli, who was waiting for the Gordo to be used. Oh, there again, another reflector to reflect.
It's all a bit chaotic at the moment, but Peli is slowly but surely taking control.
Just as he did game one as well, just had that slow build. Back air coming out again. Enki with these up airs, gets the thunder. Peli taking a nice chunk of percentage there, about 30-ish.
seems so unconcerned about that much damage, though. He seems to be so in control of...
Yeah, I think he's definitely aware that Enki is struggling to find the KO move, so he's like happy just kind of play the same neutral that he has been playing.
Sorry, net to cover the high recovery. And
that forward smash comes out, that's going to be enough. That's the kind of hit that Enki's looking for. He needs to maybe just space himself a little bit better to get those. You know, maybe try and like see what he can do to get Peli to kind of move. And try and force the aggressive movements out of Peli.
I think now that Enki has a stock lead, we're going to see a real slowdown in the pace. He's going to be happy to just chip away, not really force anything, but this, that is not that far away from killing.
I know, yeah, right. The down tilt, the down tilt will knock him up into the Gordo, and that'll be one apiece. Peli 38%, not a small amount, but you know, very easily recoverable. I think that was a tech with the spike hitbox.
Actually, the down air made him trip. Trip, yeah. He was sat down. It looked like a tripping animation.
There was definitely like a moment of lag when he did get the spike. Get DI to the left to avoid the hitbox from Thunder.
And that was nice. They're crossing up Peli's shield. And there's the big F smash.
That'll be it. Okay, Enki finding what he needed. 2 F smash seeming to be the answer to these like late killing woes that he's been having in the past.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be the option he's decided on. And you know, he had been looking for that in game 1, and Peli had navigated around it very nicely. But once he trapped Peli at the ledge, he seemed to be really in control of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So game 3, where do we think? Oh, we're going to Final Destination. That's
Peli's
taking
choice,
that extra dynamic of the ledges above the above the ledge.
Yeah, and the thing is, as you could say, you know, he was covering his recovery with these, so he was using the platform, as you said, to kind of like the Thunder Jolt would go underneath.
Yeah.
So really, Peli couldn't like get that close to the edge to actually be as much of a of a force, and makes landing safer as a whole. So having taken those away, Enki's recoveries are going to be a little bit more of like are going to be a bit more interesting to see.
Oh, just missing the grab there. So one thing I find interesting about the decision is that you know, one of the difficulties that King DDD does have is landing. And this really takes all of Peli's options out of the game. You've got to land fair and square. You've got to find your footing, and there's no platforms or anything like that to help you out. And there you see Enki, despite the fact he was half the stage away, punishing the landing with the quick attack.
Yeah, I think I was falling there into grab. Tried to go for the spike hitbox again. Up smash comes out, and it's not enough. Tries to follow up a good air dodge there from Peli.
Enki seems really in control at the moment. Seems really confident, really strong.
Yeah, he's ramping up he's ramping up the pace a little bit, just knowing that, you know, if he does play this kind of much more aggro rush down style of Pikachu, that maybe he can get into what Peli's trying to do.
Again, we see the Thunder Jolt hopping all the way around the stage, covering Peli's snap to the ledge and making things just a little bit more difficult. Searching again for that F smash, and I was about to say early F smash, but DDD's at 160%.
Wow,
catching him with the spit.
Interesting, he goes for the inhale, which kind of forces Enki to move, and then maybe wasn't aware of the immediacy of the Gordo being spat out and how fast it comes out.
It definitely does add a bit of oomph to it when you inhale something, because you can inhale things like Simon's axe and spit it out, and it comes directly across the stage at you. No more of the fun little arc that you'd get with the traditional reflectors.
Yeah.
So it's a bit different to work with.
Comes out, not going to be enough again. Enki looking for that forward air, that'll be enough. Much closer to the edge, that'll be 2-2 then. Again, the winner of this will go ahead.
It's a round 2 of winners. Oh, look at these loops. Look at this. He was dragging him down with the Nair.
Yeah, again, gets a jab into grab. Tries to follow up with a back air. Doesn't get anything from that.
And all of a sudden, Enki's in the lead. Oh, Peli just cancelling his run into the down tilt there. And he's again in the lead. This is really back and forth this game.
But yeah, getting hit. Wow. I don't think Enki was ready to get hit by the Gordo as well. The hit knocked him up so much that I don't think he DI'd accurately there.
That can't have been good DI, but to be fair to him, how are you going to DI that hit?
Yeah. I'm just not sure if that would have actually been a kill at that percent, that's all. Maybe it was, and that's just like, dang, DDD. But still.
And there you see Enki starting to push a little bit too hard. He wants to get this stock, and he knows that if he doesn't really push hard, then DDD's still around for another 100%. You're only halfway through the stock.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is when you're forcing things to happen, that's where you make a lot more errors. Nice land again. Tries to go for the Thunder once more. Peli evades that one. Dash attack comes out. That's going to stay alive. Enki going deep once again. Gets
Almost right through that hitbox, and I think that probably would have been the spike.
Yeah, I mean, you could see like it seemed to have that moment, and that was like a good timing on Enki to get that. Drag down. Ooh. Goes for the quick attack, trying to pile the pressure up. Back air comes out. Peli.
And this is a real scramble at the moment. Peli is just
going
that'll
be
in,
enough.
And that's taken the kill.
The thing is, like, can Enki keep this momentum going up to kind of keep himself in this game and really push up the percentage he's going to get? That's the get-up attack, rather.
It's a real brave option, and Enki keeps going for it.
Yeah, Enki's really going to, like, as I said, try and force it as much as he can. At least maybe he's in control, though. Forcing trying it kind of has the idea of not being in control.
Oh my word,
it's going to be Enki! Jumps up, and
gosh,
there is a lot of...
Peli looking extremely disappointed at that.
The multi-hit property of the back air got through the armor, I think, enough to knock him back. No, not ready for the tech. Enki happy about that one, and his filmmaker friend making a documentary about Smash Bros, I'm pretty sure. With one of those little cameras that just says, that screams, I'm a YouTuber, subscribe. Enki's happy about that one. Peli not happy about that one. And I can see why.
That one at all.
He'll be dropping down to losers. That is a big upset, I'd say. Like.